we are continuing to talk about the weekly chapters Leha. They talk about the King of Jerusalem, which talks about here that Jerusalem, the city in which no jealousy will enter. Zechariah 1:4. We talk a lot about the names of God, but now it's time more to talk about God's names. We talk a lot about what they mean, like the name Jehovah, which means the God of mercy, with 13 qualities of mercies in written, and other names of God where it is used like as war and etc. This is the name where we talk about. Here we will be talking about how no jealousy will enter into the city of Jerusalem when the third temple comes down to earth. He is God. Our God is also our Father. That's what it says in Joel 34:14. He strictly forbids Israel to worship other gods than Him, because it is said, "I am your God who led you out of the land of Egypt, and you shall only worship me." Israel must not worship no other god except the one true God, which we will be talking about in this series of prophecies, preaching on the way to Jerusalem. Every Jew must worship the one true God, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, and not to go down or to bow down to any other idols that are on this planet Earth. Daniel 14:11, or some sort of creator, or some sort of creator, because all types of idols that are made by man, they're all created by man, so the idol itself can't protect the person, because the person must defend the idol in order for the idol not to be stolen or anything to happen. Well, that's what it says in Romans 1:25-23. But our God is a mighty God. He will defend everyone who believes in Him, and He helps those who are in need. Or He also controls the atmosphere, the stars, the sun, and the moon. That's what it says in Galatians 4:8-10. God of Israel is entered, becoming the Israel is like God's bride, who God watches over and secures and blesses Israel as long as Israel follows the ways of God. Jeremiah 2:2. And because of this, the Jews should watch over all that they do, so that no jealousy will enter into them. He will make a flame, fire, vegetation that knows not God. He will burn basically in fire those that do not know Him or His name, know Him or anything that He is. No, and supplement of the gospel of Jesus Christ in the gospel which was heard. O Israel, the Lord your God is your one and only Lord. Retrained from God and His will, they would not be justified. Romans 2:13. But the plentiful enter destructible from the presentation and presence of the God and the strength of His power. 2 Thessalonians 1:8-9. Those who do not fear God don't go toward the glory of God, and they do not move toward God, because God is not among those who do not fear Him. Revelation 14:7. Then they will be trampled by death, because sin leads to death, and God is the Almighty One. He knows all things. Revelation 14:10, Yesdra 9:13. However, considering the punishment of God that He sends unto man, we see that God's love sometimes is merciful, because the nature of man is sinful. So God sometimes lowers the punishment, and therefore we must try not to sin. So the less we sin, the less we'll be punished. And the road for Christians to Jerusalem, toward the heavenly Jerusalem, is to take out the idols out of the churches, in which it's the doctrine, and they don't worship the Creator. They're worshiping Jesus, the Son of God, who is the Son of God, not God Himself. We must only worship the Creator, God alone. So far in this profession and being the practiced one God, and the messenger Mashiach, who is not God. The Mashiach is not God. Jesus is not God. John 17:3. A jealousy in the following of the spiritual gifts. 1 Corinthians 14:1-12. Jealousy of the great gifts. 1 Corinthians 12:31. Jealousy of the fact of the prophets. 1 Corinthians 14:39. All Jews and brothers, we through the service call to the imposition and the following the ways of the Torah, as Jesus followed the ways of the Torah. Daniel 21:20, or we'll follow Acts 21:20. Our God is a jealous God. When someone goes against His will, He sees upon, because He wants the hearts of men to belong to Him, not to anyone else. Acts 22:3. As Elijah went and God asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I am jealous of the Lord, my God of hosts." It's been said that he said that 3 times, and this jealousy toward the God led him up on the chariot into the heavens. And Kabbalists teach that finally is the same way to immerse the soul in the name, like Elijah. Therefore, I call you brothers and sisters not to be jealous.